All right, hello, welcome back to the Cup Chasers podcast. It is another Premier League roundup for you. There's been lots of action since last we've convened, and we'll go ahead and start with the like button. There's been 16 games since we've come back. Let's get at least 16 likes. Smash that subscribe button and the notification bell. We got plenty more coming for you. All right, gents, since there's so much to get through, I think that we'll kind of take it day by day and do a highlight, the ones from each day. So we'll take you all the way back to Tuesday the 25th. That's Wolverhampton 2-0 over Crystal Palace, Villa 1-0 over Fulham, and Leeds and Leicester 1-1. Do we even remember these games?
Leeds Leicester, I did. It was back and forth. I mean, it was actually a fun match to watch between two, bottom of the table sides because they were going all out.
Absolutely.
And Leicester had like 2 or 3 goals disallowed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Vardy's back to doing Vardy things.
Yeah.
These
Red Bull, man.
Dean Smith has revitalized him again.
How old is he now? He's got to be 37 or something like that.
Who knows? Let's find out. Oh, by the way, I know this is another segment, but Real Madrid has 14 Champions League titles. By the way, so that's their whole thing.
That's gross.
He's 36 years old now.
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy.
Man, Wolverhampton playing Crystal Palace. Both my Enigma prediction teams. Palace are playing so good. I definitely picked Palace to win this one. They're playing so good. And then I think Wolves at home, man. Down in the Black Forest, people getting lost, I guess. I mean,
they get nipped by all the wolves, man.
Wandering wolves able to surround them.
Diego let them all out around the stadium, so no one knows when they're going to get bit.
Yeah, I mean, big win for Wolves. They seem to be doing better.
For that game.
For that, we'll get to that. Leading up to the game after that one, they were doing all right. And Fulham give Villa everything they can handle. 1-goal victory. That was a tough match. I'm pretty sure that was the one I watched of these three. Actually, I watched just a little bit of it, and it was back and forth. Fulham gave it a go, but Villa have been strong. Got to give props to Unai Emery. He's been killing it. Been absolutely killing it. And so the day that we won't speak of, with the game that we no longer need to speak of, thankfully, Brighton Hove Albion lose 3-1 to Forest at home.
To then play Wolves.
Like that's that meme where the guy's just going. I mean, Forest.
Was it maybe a hangover from the FA Cup loss?
I mean, that's been a few games.
Be hanging over, man.
That's been a few games now, I mean, I just don't even. I got to watch some of the highlights for that one.
Nothing makes sense with that one.
Doesn't make any sense. But Forest at home, that's all I can think of. That home field advantage. Yeah.
And it seems like it's going to probably stick around for another year.
Maybe. Now they're in the bottom 3 on goal difference because they've.
All they need is a win against Chelsea. They'll be fine.
Ouch.
It hurts.
It hurts.
God,
it hurts.
West Ham lost 1-2 to Liverpool at home. Man.
Cool. A bit resurgent.
Yes, definitely. West Ham started. Yeah, okay, I remember this one now. West Ham started really well, had a good spell for 15 minutes, got a goal, and then just. I guess Liverpool just want to fall behind for a more dramatic victory. I guess that's their strategy, trying to pull a Tottenham, which they did, and we'll get to that here in a minute. But yeah, good win for Liverpool on that one. Against another side, West Ham, who were kind of an enigma now. It's like some days they're going to play strong, and some days they're going to lose at home. And then the next day they go to the Empty Head and they win 4-0 off of Declan Rice. I mean, what? Did I? No. So we move on to Thursday, and Newcastle United on a tear, man. Smashed Everton.
Isak, man, he took some souls.
Isak sent a couple people to their grave.
Relegated them.
Yo, the Moon Blazers post was awesome. It said a couple
It
people's
was.
careers ended in that one. Michael Keane got spun around like at least 3 times. I posted the highlight to the Cup Chasers Facebook twice because it was so beautiful. Oh man, when they turn it on, when Newcastle turned it on, it's you know, I've been thinking about what separates some of the best teams. And was that me? No.
No, sorry, I was watching the red card that should have been called but wasn't. But that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole nother.
We'll get to that in a minute as well.
Yeah.
Firstly, Callum Wilson has quietly become Newcastle's leading goal scorer. But
he's actually scoring goals at a faster rate per game than Holland is right now.
With much less games, but yes. With like half the games.
I see what he's saying, yeah.
But the best teams are tactically sound. They don't give goals. They're able to score goals. And they also, there's an X factor about them. Yeah, I know in soccer, it's not as, that X factor, that individual brilliance is not as noticeable in such a big field, such
when you have it,
team sport, but when players like Isak decide to dribble 9 guys, and there's 4 dudes on the back post just standing there with their hands in their pockets, it's easy. The game looks absolutely easy.
Yep.
Like in basketball, it's easy to see. If you put a team together where 4 dudes can defend really well, and then you've got LeBron or Kobe,
Michael, yeah, like putting up 80 points, yeah. Right.
Someone putting
Jimmy
up
Butler in game 6 or game 4.
That's a good. So when you have this, as well as a strong, solid foundation, when you have the Kevin De Bruyne's or the Hollands who score in 50-odd goals, it's that X factor. And Newcastle are finding all the pieces at the right time. And I'm scared to play them, which is not good. I would have been a lot more confident about a month ago. Now, that game is going to be horrific. Chelsea have to go play Newcastle as well.
On the final day.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
I'll say this, kind of piggybacking off of what you said. I also think what makes teams really good is everybody steps up at some point along the way. It's not just one guy. Like, 2 weeks ago, it was Murphy. He scored 2 goals for them. That wasn't even 2 weeks ago. Golly, time is really flying though.
That's 6-1.
Yeah, 6-1 Tottenham against Tottenham.
Glorious.
This week it was Isak. Who's to say next week it's not, Callum Wilson or Almiron or.
Well, Wilson got 2 goals in this game. Isak didn't even score, and he's done something so beautiful that's who we're talking about. As far as the whole game, he didn't even score, but it's interesting that if you want to nitpick a little bit, because this happened as well, Newcastle versus Southampton, they kind of started a little sluggish, got punched, and then wrecked them. That was against Southampton, But once they get going, man, it's tough.
It's starting to move in the right direction.
Yep.
I was talking to my buddy after this game. He's a huge Newcastle fan, and I said,
"Lucky him."
I know, right?
Must be nice.
And that's kind of what I said. I said, "You're gonna enjoy those Champions League nights." He's like, "Yeah, man. It's been a long time coming, buddy." So
it's been even longer than at Arsenal for sure. Yeah. But speaking of moving in the right direction, Bournemouth have beaten Southampton 1-0 away to the Saints, and as we know, not easy to beat Southampton this season. All three of us have.
It was a really good individual effort for a goal.
Yeah.
Travanier or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Here, yeah. Ended up being the game winner. And
put on his hazard boots.
But then he went off injured.
He did go off injured
Yeah,
after.
he went off injured in that game.
Well, talk about giving it for the team, giving it for the shirt. There you go.
Might keep him in the league, baby.
Oh, Bournemouth will be just fine, man.
Yeah, Bournemouth's fine,
After they play Chelsea. Sorry.
Listen, I just want a point. That's all I'm asking for.
We can't score, right? We're just gonna nil. We're just gonna nil the rest of these games. We're just gonna nil the rest of our games. Will be fine. We cannot score, so we just need to keep them from. Literally, here you go, Frank. The object of the rest of the season is
Don't give a goal.
Don't let them score. Right?
Don't give a goal.
Don't give them a goal. We can play however you want.
He's been a part of the bus. He knows what it means. He knows what the bus means.
Every game is Barcelona 2012. Just every game.
Absolutely. Well,
speaking of better check and goal.
Speaking of exciting goals, Man United threw away.
They threw this one away.
Love it.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? You know what makes me happy is seeing United Spursing up a game.
At Spurs, no less.
At Spurs, right.
My favorite thing about it is that, I don't root for anybody to lose, but if you both can lose, I'm fine with that. And that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Yeah. My two most hated teams, they both lost to me, so it was perfectly fine.
For me, when it's just the same. Eriksson and Casemiro kind of struggled a little bit in that second half. Tottenham are such a weird team because when they want to press high, they can cause mistakes and give Kane the ball in advanced areas. And that's all you need to do. He's still scoring almost every game.
They better enjoy him because he's gone, man.
Yeah,
he's gone.
He's not resigning the contract. He said that
way.
He's not resigning with them.
No way. I will say their last couple of games have been exciting, but when we had Brian obviously is a Manchester United fan, and we had this game on in the groom's dressing room, like right before the ceremony.
They were killing him in the first half.
Not how I would want to go to my ceremony.
Nope.
Like, when Son scored, he's like, "Turn that off, man! I'm not
turning that off
right now."
That's why I'm so glad. Honestly, the best birthday present the Premier League gave me this season was not having to play Manchester United on the 22nd. Thank you so much.
They're coming back around for you. Don't you worry about that.
I'm okay with that. It's not on my birthday. I don't have to lose to the I hate them so much. I have choice words, but I didn't have to lose to them on my birthday.
This game was just filled with hatred. You can't hate them more than you hate Spurs, but I guess that's
I do hate them more than I hate Spurs. I'm not worried about Spurs stealing a cup from us.
Yeah, that's fair. Heung-min Son quietly scoring goals again.
Resurgent.
But we'll get to that. Saturday dawned bright and early for Crystal Palace and West Ham.
What was that?
What in the world happened in this game?
I missed
football game. You want to watch a Premier League football game? Go watch that game.
That's crazy. I think it was 3-2 at halftime, 3-1 at halftime.
Yep. 3-1.
Nuts. Absolutely nuts. No, it was 3-2 at halftime, and then they traded goals in the second half. I mean, did they leave the defense on the butt? This was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They were just skipping the midfield. It was a lot down the wings, and it really became a battle of who's going to win the second ball. And each time one team won the second ball, they were like really dangerous going forward. It was just, what an advert. What an advert for the league. Just back and forth, back and forth. But as far as the individual teams go, Roy Hodgson has Palace as safe and sound as it could be. That's what he's come in to do. That's what I know him as far as, he spent a long time at Fulham, if I remember. But for a while there, he was the escape specialist.
That's who Chelsea needed.
He was a Big Sam before Big Sam.
Right? Yeah. And he's definitely got Palace well safe. I've actually got the table pulled up. Let me look at this.
They're
11.
ahead of Chelsea.
Hey, they're on
Hey,
40. They've
No,
got the magic 40. They've hit the magic
Yeah,
40.
they're at 11. They're at 11.
They're good. They're already on the beach, man. Wilf Zaha's on the beach. They've got 40 points. They're
chilling.
safe.
Got a mimosa pre-ordered. Get it off the plane.
Ow.
Give it to me when I get off the plane.
He's ready. West Ham,
Oh.
though. West Ham, I need it. I'm cheering for them. Cheering for them hard. 'Cause
Hammers.
their next game is going to be really, really rough. But we'll get there.